Hello, my name is King Spoon, or Keith. I am the DM of Social Rolling, of which this is episode 4, and I am joined by my brothers in dice.
I am Left Click, also called Nick, and I play Bresh.
Pow.
And I'm Calvin, and I play Charles.
You're tripping.
I'm AL, known as Horace. Like and subscribe.
Kapow! And this is
Chill.
Social Rolling.
Be sure to hit that bell icon.
Whoa! And then we cut to the main menu. We cut to the main theme back again.
You don't have fucking
It's gonna
money
happen
for
one day.
music.
One day when I
I keep telling you this.
One day when I say we cut to the main theme, it's gonna work. Okay, we'll make it main theme.
Wait, should be the Chad Tungus Kumbaya.
Oh god.
We're just like, that's it. That's it. That's
Kumbaya.
over. It's fun. All of it's gonna be cut. No one's gonna hear this ever. This is our little secret. Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so you three are currently sitting on a public bench next to the large sort of superstore, the Too Cool for Spool.
Walmart?
You probably near here. And last I knew, you guys were just chilling, hanging, maxing, relaxing, feeling all cool. And you just finished a short rest.
I'm gonna wake up.
First of all, I will say, Keith, I appreciate the fact that even though you're much younger than me, you still made a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reference.
Can you? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty great. And secondly, I've been mostly just watching over Horace and thinking
You've
about
been making sure
like,
his wounds have been tended. He has a lot of burn marks over his body.
yeah,
And it's a bit
Yeah.
strange to treat because it was magical flame, not real flame. So like the burn marks are there, but they're more like hyper. I guess like irritated rashes more than anything.
yeah.
It's a
I
hassle.
don't have any ointment for this. I'm just gonna keep them covered to keep them from being infected, getting all pussy.
Mhm.
That's pussy in Bresh speak. I realize what that sounded like, and I immediately regret it. I am so sorry. I didn't think of it before I said it. It's puss-y. All right.
Yeah,
I'm
man,
sorry.
yeah, man. We get it. We get it.
I'm
we
really
get it.
happy.
We get it. No one wants to see Horace get all pussy.
Except for Horace, I guess.
Maybe he's into that, dude. He's a changeling. You can do some weird
Alright.
shit. Anyways,
I'm
back to
sorry.
the game. What are you guys doing currently? I believe you had left Mr. Morrigan
After
sitting
I-
somewhere close to this area.
But
or
I
I-
in
healed
the
up.
shop.
Quite a bit,
Charles,
right?
who wants to be the one to tell him that we may or may not have not only broken open the royal tomb, but found out that the king inside the royal tomb was an undead bastard that ended up escaping through our perimeter.
I have a very simple solution. Lie, smile.
I told you guys we shouldn't have gone there without assistance. No, don't listen to me. You just had to be an idiot and follow your stupid ideals.
Listen, I didn't know
Maybe
that
if you
there would be a skeleton with a spooky fire wand that could shoot flame and burn you half to death. Alright? I thought maybe it was a couple skellies, we bash them a little bit, and then we'll be fine. And I didn't know. I'm sorry. If I knew it would be
Look.
that dangerous, I would have taken your advice.
We could have killed him if you hadn't fallen on your ass after getting attacked.
Right.
He was burned! Did you see what the skeleton did? He took his fucking torch and blew flame out like one of those street
Also, if you would have
performers.
hit it before, if you just hit it right when the coffin opened, instead of waiting until it got all nice and pretty and stood there,
Listen,
maybe it would have ended sooner.
we could argue about blame all the time. Point is, there's a skeleton running around, doing God knows what, heading out to the forest. We got no idea where he's gone, and we're basically hanging on by a thread. So
It's not our problem, and we suffered more damage than it was worth. I think we
Well,
should just.
It's gonna soon be a problem. I mean, we're the ones that started it, and so I think it would be maybe best to let Edward Mergen know that we took care of this, that there are no more skeletons in the
Sure, we can just
mausoleum.
tell him, yeah, there's no more in there, and then he gives us money and we leave.
And I think we should probably mention that we didn't figure out what rose the dead. Then again, we never really bothered interrogating any, but I'm sure they weren't able to talk. We weren't sure where they came from, but we knew that the royal tomb, even though it was guarded by magic, we did blast it open. And I did have a key, but it seems like we never used it because we didn't need to, because you decided to blast it instead. But that's notwithstanding. Who wants to be the one to tell him?
I'll
I
do it.
no. Oh, okay.
All right, Horace.
I'm pretty good at lying to people.
Horace, it's
It's a
not.
useful skill.
It's not lying. We're the main thing is we don't want him or anyone else to panic.
You
As
mean
much
put
as
the
I
blame
want
on
to let
us?
him know the breadth of the situation, I think it would be worse if word got out that there's a magic skeleton running around. I
What
think
couldn't
what we should do is have a little bit of discretion. You understand?
Yes, I do. But if he doesn't pay us, I feel like we should.
Pay.
Hmm.
You think we did? Oh, lad,
Isn't that why we
he's a
agreed?
cleric. I guess maybe if there's treasure in there, you ever want to? You know what? If you want payment, you can go down back into that tomb and rip off the gold leaf from the coffin if you want.
I'm not going to do that. I have ethics, you see, and I'm not going to be a grave
Ethics.
robber.
You're gonna talk about ethics now. After you.
Listen, I just don't really want to take stuff from dead bodies. They're gross. And also, we should just clean up our stuff and leave. We do not have time to hunt down a weird skelly bone witch and then
and
also figure out a time to leave and deal with the
Well, we've kind of already
Brendan.
screwed ourselves over. I agree with
Not really.
that. But the scary thing is our problem, kind of. We did let
No, it's his
escape.
problem, and it's this town's problem.
Well,
And I think
think
we should
about
worry
it.
about ourselves.
If this skeleton thing, this king, who is somewhat famous not to be buried in this mausoleum, ends up causing trouble, they'll ask who let it out, right?
This the witch, I don't know what to call him, skeleton, would
Listen,
have escaped either way. If it
listen,
has magic like that and it took a blast for us to open that
listen.
door, it could have easily opened that door. So
Morgan,
maybe this is just the way things should have been.
listen. Morgan said that the royal tomb was sealed off. Something must have opened the tomb and let the thing out. And
Hear
we
me
were
out.
the last ones to go in there. You don't think they're gonna put the blame on us?
We can lie to him and say we were flanked by a party or something else. Who cares? Or we could put the blame on Brendan and say that their criminal group are trying to do something, control skeletons and ruin the arena thing. Who cares? Either way, we should plan ahead, not in terms of the skeleton and how that could be dangerous, but how we're going to get out of our situation.
I don't like it. But the worst thing about it is that you're probably right.
We could use it for advantage and just say it was their group that did it.
Well, we don't want Brandon's attention at the moment. I think it might be best to not say that he did it, but that the ruffians that broke in maybe caused the tomb door to be. I don't know. Well, the ruffians broke in, and then Morgan came out saying that the dead were there. Maybe we say that the skeletons opened the royal tomb or something. I don't know.
I have an idea.
You're
I have an
better at
idea.
lying than I am.
You
I
know those
assume.
people that we knocked out? I remember hearing one of their names.
How about you just handle it?
He's all their names.
Are you talking
That's
about
up to you to remember, dude.
people you knocked out? Are you talking about people in the warehouse?
Yeah. What were their names again?
You think I remember?
I don't know.
I was just there to grab a package and get out for you. And then here you are,
fair.
package being a mace that may have screwed us over with some demon energy that it's a mace that's possessed or is home to some devil. And now, ah,
To be fair, I did warn you not to grab it. Not to touch it.
I'm not the one who. Okay,
100% trust.
alright.
What? I say that canonically.
He's not very bright. Also, I think he's been talking to the mace. We should probably get him to a doctor. There's something wrong with him.
Doctor Cleric, well, wait, hold on.
Oh, wait. Sorry, cleric.
I
Sorry,
am a
cleric.
cleric.
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm not
You're
experienced
not a really
enough.
good one, are you? Oh.
Well, I'm not really the kind that has to do with demonic incursion. I'm more of the kind of cleric. My god is about the here and now, taking care of the world around us that we can see and feel, touch and hug. That's what my god is
Right.
about. That's what the
So we should,
Dagda is about.
how long was I out for?
What are you talking about?
Knocked out? I was passed out after I got blasted.
I'd say
How
about
long?
half an hour.
Alright. I'm gonna put on the leather armor that I had.
Alright.
And
If you
stop
want
the
to.
mage armor.
Donning it and doffing it takes a minute.
Well, I mean, you don't doff the mage
Well, it would have
armor.
stopped when you went unconscious.
Mage armor, yeah.
Oh, right.
Alright, well.
It also would have went away when you're unconscious.
Good. In that case, I'll just put on the leather armor.
What? Okay.
Alright. So, Horace, how about you deal with Morgan? Tell whatever you think is fit. Charles and I will see if we can pay for some passage on the couch as we thought. I'm sure Morgan will appreciate that there are technically no more skeletons in the mausoleum. That's a positive. We don't
I
know
have a
how they
good
came
lie.
about, but we know that there's no more. I'll find myself. Actually, Charles, if you want to stay here with Morgan, you're more than welcome to. I'd rather just get us a horse or wagon that we can take.
That sounds good to me. I don't want to go find another old man who's crying about some dungeon.
I feel bad about this, but we're in no
I have an
position.
idea.
We're in no
I have a
position
good
to
lie.
track that thing down.
Can you show me the way to Morgan? I think that was his name.
Morgan, yeah,
He
he's
was-
inside. He's
he was
inside
sat just
the
inside the
Too
building.
Cool for Spool.
All right. Can you lead me to him?
You'll know him when you see him. Older man wearing clerical vestments.
All right. I go in and look for him.
Alright, so you can walk around to the front door, which is pretty close to where you guys are. I assume you guys are just sort of sitting, like, right here. Go around to the front door, open it up, and, as you split off, have Bresh call high-low.
What? High or low?
Yeah.
Low. Fuck.
Okay.
That was a 12.
Charles, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ahaha, the DM was cut.
Was I?
Well, you're not
Charles,
playing.
Uh-oh.
Wait,
as
were
you are standing next to Horace, you imagine I don't want to go chasing after some old man again. You feel a ow, and you reach up to your neck, and you feel in the left side, on the inner bit of your neck, sort of under your chin to the left a bit, you feel a large metal dart stuck there, lodged just the tip. As you begin to pull it out, but you can't. You feel the strength fading from you as you take it out, and it feels like it takes the entirety of your effort. You feel your muscles burning as though they are on fire when you try to just do the slightest action of pulling this tiny little metal needle out of your neck. And as soon as it falls to the ground, you follow it. And Bresh, you're like looking after Horace as he's walking into the thing, and then you turn around to look at Charles, and then he is falling to the ground actively.
Can we not catch a feckin' break?
And
I'm
as
just like,
you
God,
shout this, you
doctor.
can hear footsteps of on the cobbled stones of the street. And Horace, you can turn around as you can hear fucking
Yeah, I turn around.
shouting. And you see. Well, you don't see anything, but you can hear footsteps. And the first thing you see is Charles being lifted up and hoisted over, which looks like a shoulder, and he's sort of laid limp, in a carry over the shoulder. And with that,
I would like to.
Wait, by who?
Yeah, I would like to
By who?
intervene, please.
I would like to roll initiative. I would like everyone to roll initiative.
We don't have tokens, so I'm just gonna.
That's
Oh.
yeah. So essentially, I can
Oh crap! I clicked. No,
add a
where's
label.
my token?
Cool. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now 9.
I got 21.
Charles, you also need to roll, which you did. No, you didn't.
You got 9. Loser. Why do you roll like 3 rolls every time? 4! What? Get out of here.
It's so I can get set up. Now it's on there. Boom.
I hate this guy. Do you have
Yes,
a
it should
token for me
stay.
somewhere?
No, I'm just gonna. Do you not see the turn order thing?
Oh, I do. My mistake.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Hold on, let me do it with a token and then just change token because I don't see my icon in there. I want to see my face.
Fine.
Oop.
God, if you delete the token, it removes it. God damn it.
Oh, never mind then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Just leave it.
I just got
9.
major trolled.
You got roofied.
No, I didn't drink anything.
13. And then Breast was 10.
Yeah, brush was 10. Man, we are just getting fucked. Like a
Yeah,
cow in heat.
Oh, Nick.
They got. What did they get? I rolled it a while ago. Okay. Is that everyone? It is. All right. So, Charles is lifted up and then quickly hoisted over the shoulder, his entire body limp. The mace sort of sat at his side as you can hear these footsteps as they're beginning to move away. They seem to be heading in this direction, sort of southeast from where you are currently. And if this is going to be a chase sequence, whoa, it's wacky and different.
Wait.
Move action
Oh, wait, I got
on
something.
your
I got
turn.
something. I got something for this.
Yeah, so if you have any wacky music or anything, okay, this is not exactly what I was looking for. A bit more serious than this.
You don't like Betty Hill? No.
Just slightly more serious than that. Maybe some intense chase music.
Oh man.
I don't know. I think that
something.
Benny Hill was a good option.
Oh god.
Maybe if it goes horribly, we can start playing the Benny Hill music. But for now.
Oh wait. Hold on. No. I got this. Let's. We know good sources of chase.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
Here we go.
Oh,
We know some good chase music.
Wait, is this copyrighted?
No, it's a fan.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I don't care. Alright, so. Alright. So, as they are moving away, this is a chase scene. So either you can choose between a move action or an action on your turn, but you can only take that one. Turns are going to go by a lot quicker, everything's going to go a lot faster, and it's all about fucking stopping the chase, essentially. Whether it be you escaping or so on and so forth.
Okay,
So, first is the unknown attackers.
Yes.
You still can't see them, but you can see where Charles is sort of hoisted over what looks like
Yeah.
a shoulder, essentially. And that is, he's hoisted around your head height. So whoever this person is, they are large, and they are moving directly away from you. And then that will be their turn. So they'll move 30 feet away. So Charles, go ahead. You are going to need to roll nothing for now, because I think it. Yeah, all right. Never mind. Nothing for now, but just keep yourself in mind. If there's anything you want to attempt to do, you can tell me, but just keep it, in your head. Bresh, it is your turn.
All right. So you say I can do like move or act, is what it?
You can
talking about?
choose a movement or an action. Yes.
Okay.
There are no
So.
reactions and no bonuses.
So basically, like taking the dash action is basically pointless in this regard because I wouldn't like it's either move or act.
Well, yeah.
essentially.
So the dash action would just add 30 feet to your movement, which you already have, with a move action.
Yeah. Okay. So Charles is there. The thing is, I really want to make sure whoever they are don't get away. But the problem is I got Charles, so I've just got to move. I'm just gonna try and make a beeline. I'm just gonna do a direct chase for them because what I
Alright,
want to
so
do
you
is
can
hopefully
get-
tackle them, but I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
gonna outrun them or not. So
Well, that's the thing. If you want, there's the possibility if you can move directly into them, you could tackle them theoretically. But the issue is you can't really see them. You can get like a general idea because of where Charles
I've
is,
basically
but it's
been
hard.
doing like a freaking dive like under Charles.
Okay, all right. So you go ahead and roll me just a strength roll, and you can you're a
Would it
strength
be
roll.
strength or athletics? For me, it's the same. I'm just for future reference.
I'm gonna say it's strength because it's an attack, and you would roll it with
Sure.
disadvantage because he is invisible.
Gotcha. That's a 5.
Unfortunate. So you're gonna go and sort of try and like, I won't say you like dive, but you'll try to go for like a bull charge where you'll push like your shoulder and you'll try to
Like
go
a
for
shoulder
like where
check.
they are
Yeah.
Yeah. directly into them,
Oh,
but
horrible roll.
you just whiff and you hit the air.
Ah.
Forrest, it is your turn. This looks pretty bad.
So if I move like 30 feet, then can I do something or no?
No, as of current, until the chase progresses, you only have a move or an action currently.
So how far away is he, Charles?
Charles is about maybe like 35 feet away.
Perfect. Can I cast Reese in front of him, right under him?
Right under him. I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so you go ahead and you want to target Grease in front of where Charles is?
Yeah, or like on his 10-foot area, so I'm definitely gonna hit him. So I'm gonna place it like on him.
So
maybe a
you,
little
you
in front.
you just place it right on him, 10-foot cube, which will also catch Bresh, but it's fine. It's worth it. Then you make dexterity saves, right?
Let me check. Yeah. If they fail, they fall prone.
All right, dexterity
now.
saving throw, fall prone. What is your save DC? That should be on your spell sheet.
It's 13. I think. Wait, is that different?
It's what?
On. Yeah, I think it's 13. That's what it says. Spell save DC when I click the card.
All right, so Bresh, you'll have to roll on as well.
Okay. That is a dexterity save, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
12. I slip. I
Yeah, so
fall
Bresh,
prone.
you will. Yeah, you'll fall like flat on your stomach as you're going for this sort of shoulder check and grasp at the air, and then the floor becomes extremely slippery like ice, and you just fall over as the chain sort of like slams into you with a bit of shock.
You invisible bastard!
It seems like
You goose,
it
look
seems
at that,
like
eh?
you
Like,
saw Charles sort of like shake a bit, but he still seems to be standing upright.
Hey, you absolute fucker.
And you can hear from above you as a deep voice shouts down at you, "Stay down!"
Oh,
And now it's gonna be their turn.
You're a big sounding cunt, aren't you?
And they're
I'm
gonna
allowed to say
keep
that I'm
moving away.
Scottish.
And they're gonna
It's
keep
difficult terrain,
moving
though.
away. As you can hear the Yeah,
also
so
difficult.
they'll move a lot less fast, but they're still moving away. As you can hear the footsteps sort of slowly for a moment before continuing to run. And
Also, can I, as a bonus action, turn visible? No, not yet.
no,
Not
there are
yet.
no bonus actions yet.
Okay.
And as he continues running away, Bresh, you're gonna hear a shoo as it sounds like the sliding of a crossbow bolt leaving its chamber, and you're gonna roll to hit you. Disadvantage because you're prone.
That is true.
That's a 1.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, no, you can hear a crossbow bolt, and you hear it chink in the ground, sort of next to you as it clatters to the floor, and you heard that from this sort of clumps of trees and bushes over here. But you still don't see anyone. Just had a quick glance.
Gotcha.
Charles, still nothing yet, but
Hey man, I'm going somewhere.
Oh,
is
I don't
there?
think-
One second, let me. Charles, is there anything? What are you thinking about right now? You don't know what happened. You just felt weak and tired, and then you lost consciousness. What
Oh,
are you
I'm
thinking
ready
about
for
right
a nap. I'm just kind of JK. Probably about the mace, my beloved.
now? Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
You are. It's currently on his hip. It was when he got captured, at least.
Mm.
Currently, you are in. Do you have any ideas for what Horace would, or not Horace, Charles would perceive his mind to be? Just like,
What?
is it just like a blank, empty space? Is there anything I don't know. Is there, I'm leaving that to you to
Um,
describe if there's anything that you would think would be befitting of Charles to be in a sort of mental area.
a chair that's really high up.
Oh, really?
Nice.
You're sitting down on your nice little chair.
Little is
Doesn't
not the
even have
word
to
to
be a
use.
throne. Doesn't even have to be a throne. It just has to be a
Yeah,
nice, comfy chair.
Your high chair.
Very comfortable chair. You have so like one leg crossed over
Toddler
the
chair.
other in this dark expanse, and before you, you see a being.
Bean? Yes, yes. I wanted bean so much. Charles was so hungry.
They are well. One second. Let me let me take a little look really quickly. In front of you, about maybe 8 to 10 feet away, in this sort of dark expanse, that is your mental locale. I need to go look at the description of it so I don't mess it up. To load.
It got really quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a thing to load. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I love Charles' mind. I love that he asked that question. Just a chair really high up. Gonna play
It's like a
Funky
it's like a
Friday
high chair
on
I'd
the-
use for my 4-year-old niece.
No, it's not like a high chair. It's not like the legs are really high up. It's that the it's just on a platform that's really high up.
I see. So it's like a regular chair, but it's on like a huge staircase. Like a cool
I was thinking no, not a staircase because but more of just a, a, a beam going straight up.
Oh, so like just so just like a square, like a rectangular prism going straight up, and at the very top is
Yeah,
just your little chair.
yeah,
That's great.
it is
So,
cushioned. Nice. What's up?
in your very fancy, nice chair, in its very high point in the sky, or what you would assume to be the sky, I suppose. There is really nothing other than a dark expanse and a rolling black fog that seems to sort of corner the edges of your vision. You see in front of you a female,
Yes.
humanoid
Yes.
almost,
God damn
with
it,
a
Calvin.
very statuesque build and massive feathery wings coming out from behind her, wearing full armor from the very tip of her wings to the very end of her toes. She has this very intricate and ornate dark black with sort of red in the creases, full plate. The helmet currently off and under the left arm. Two massive horns spiraling back and sort of curling and expanding, and they're much larger than yours, and they're very intricate and unique. And you can see these sort of red, ruby-looking jewels coming off of them. Pale red face with very defined, very masculine features for a woman, very angular, very pointed. She stands in front of you and she says, "Charles, we finally meet." And then she sits down. As she sits down, another chair forms, similar to yours, but
At my height?
a
or
lot
above or
less.
below?
Yes, of course. She was standing at your height, in fact. And she sits down
challenge.
in front of you, and she says, "You've gotten yourself in quite the predicament, haven't you?"
Yes, I walked
And
into
a
an
small
inn and
smile is on her face.
I walked into an inn and I fell asleep.
It was a retail store, but yeah.
I apologize for my previous aggressiveness. When one must speak through such rudimentary means, it pains oneself, truly. My name is Zartaza. I am one of the high disciples of Asmodeus, and I live within and am the mace of the Black Crown, the mace you wield currently, which is currently not at your hip, might I add.
Huh. That's
I'm glad you're here. I don't know why you are, or how you are, but I'm glad you are. And we have plenty of time to talk. And then she sort of leans into her hands. And as this happens, we're back. And it's back to Bresh's turn.
Oh, this.
Bresh, what are you gonna do? You're currently on the floor.
Alright, I'm on the floor. Well, I gotta get up. Telling me to stay down, you
Mhm.
little fucker. I'm not gonna let you take away my friend. It's kind of a cringe move. I know I got
Alright,
shot
so you do have
at.
to spend half your movement getting up.
That is true. I know I got shot at. That's kind of sad. Can I move and act at the same turn?
Not yet. After the
Okay.
end of round 2, round 3 will start, and then the chase will evolve. So as soon as the unknown attacker goes again, that's when everything's gonna start really getting. And then we'll talk about it later.
Alright. I'm still following Charles. I don't want him to dip without me knowing where he's
Alright.
gone.
So you can get sort of just out of the grease zone, and you're about maybe 5-10 feet away.
Out of the grease zone. Finally, I left New Jersey. I have friends in Jersey.
Finally,
I'm
you're out
allowed
of the
to.
smog.
I have friends in
Out
Jersey. I'm
of
allowed to make that joke.
disgusting filth land. Finally, you're out of Los
How
Angeles.
far away is the attacker?
They've moved another maybe 10-15 feet away from you. Well, it would have been. So it's 10 feet, so they'd be 20. So they would have moved another 10 feet away, so they'd be about 45 feet away now.
How many spell slots do I have left? First level. I think I only.
Yeah, however many you had. Look at
Right.
your sheet.
I
Did you
can't
cast any
remember
first
if
level spells last time?
Not while we're in the cave.
No, you didn't. You still have all your first level spells.
And how many do warlocks have second level?
One
what?
spell slot.
Oh, never mind. I used Grease. Unremaining. In that case,
Oh yeah, 0 remaining then. Yep. All right, cool.
so 4 to 5. If I were to run the Grease thing, could I try to jump? Can I try to go with it and slide
You
past
could
it?
lose concentration on it, and you could dismiss it. I don't know if it's losing concentration, but you can dismiss it,
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
so you
sprint.
wouldn't suffer.
I'm gonna dismiss it then and run towards them, and that should be 60
All right,
movement.
so you can move another. No, you can only use your move or action. So you could use your move action to move 30 feet until it'll evolve it. So you could use
I
your
thought I
move
could.
action to
So I
get
can't
that
dash.
extra 30 feet. No, you cannot dash currently.
Okay, yeah, I go 30 feet, so I should be about like 10 feet away from them, right?
You'd be 15 feet away, yes,
Cool.
as you dispel the grease, as it is done. It has served its purpose in slowing them down. And now it is back to the beginning of round 3, and this is where the chase will evolve. Now you have a limited list of actions of not exactly the dash action, but you can add half of your movement to your movement.
Ooh, that's cool.
And there are a couple others. If you ask me, or like you want to do something, I can say, all right, you could probably fit this into this sort of action. I'll get that. But for now, you have now a movement and a limited list of actions. So if you want to do something as an action, you can tell me, and then if it works out, it'll work out. So the attackers, which we now know as attackers, are you're gonna hear another crossbow bolt shoot off from the woods, and it's going to shoot at Bresh. Bresh, do you still have your shield out
I
from
do.
when you were in the mausoleum? All right, this does not hit then. At the 17, it off your shield. As you hear it shoot it, you raise up in that general direction again, and it manages to hit your shield square on.
Woof.
Pretty sick reaction time. You're
Just
not
instinct,
that
bro.
old yet, and you're going to hear the footsteps of the attacker in front of you continue to move away far enough to where it's starting to get actually a bit quieter. You're not as close as you were before, but you're still pretty fucking close.
Oh, I don't like that. Not at
And
all.
now
Not
it'll
one
be
bit.
Charles will skip over him. Hey Charles, just real quick, while this chase scene is going on, I want to keep you involved so while you're not able to make Constitution saving throws. If there's anything you want to ask the mace lady, you can totally DM it to me, and I will respond on your turn. Just letting you know. I don't know if you care or not. If you got any wacky ideas or anything, this is your time to shoot your shot.
You
Fresh, it is
single?
your turn.
You single?
So I hear you're not, hey, high demon of hell. I hear you're not married. So
Alright.
is there a boyfriend?
Alright. Can I take bonus actions on this turn?
Um, it depends on what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to use what is it? Harness Divine Power, which is a use a bonus action to basically use up one of my uses of Channel Divinity to regain a spell slot.
Okay, yeah, that could be your action. That's totally fine.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Well, yeah, but it would take up the action slot since
Okay, that's fine. I'll just game
Since
again.
it's,
It has to be level 1 spell slot, so
mhm.
got that spell slot back, and then I'll keep running. I'll just
Alright,
harness my power. I'll ask the dog to be like, listen, I may have failed you once. I'm not gonna fail you again, and I am going to trust in him as much as he trusts in
Yeah.
me,
You
and I will
even
feel
in
that
this
power surge.
even in the stress of the situation, the calming, warm smile of the Dogda in every depiction you've known of him soothes you, and you are given a new energy, renewed almost, as your spell slot comes back.
I'm not dead yet. I'll keep going.
And then you can use your move to move towards them now if you would like.
I'm still following Charles. Like that's my number one
Yeah,
priority
so
right
that's another 30 feet towards them. They're still about, at this point they would have gained on you a little bit. They're about 15 feet away now, as you can see. Charles is actually being like swung around. Again, he seems to like sort of lobbed over the shoulder.
Ah, damn.
Horace, it is your turn.
How far away is he from me?
He is about, they moved, so he'd be about 50 feet from you now.
I'm gonna snipe him with our Eldritch Blast.
Disadvantage, but
Is
go
it?
ahead.
Wait, why is it
Yes.
disadvantage?
He's invisible.
Can I shoot Charles?
You could see Charles. Yes, you could theoretically.
It does force damage, right? So that will send Charles flying off of him.
Now, okay. So if you had the thing that pushes them back when you use it, I would say yes, but that's not how that works.
No,
so no.
but the target takes force damage, right?
That's different.
No,
Forces
that's
is
not how force damage works.
force is not like an actual like physical force in the Newtonian sense. It's more of like it almost hits your soul, where it's like like it's not so much a physical thing as it is like just
It's
pure
like a type of
magical
energy.
energy. Yeah.
It's like a type of it's like a type of energy.
Like if
that
you play
pushes
League, it's what happened when Alawi slams you with a tentacle.
Don't bring up League.
I'm sorry. We're all League players.
Not in my
except-
D&D game. That's it. Fresh is dead. He dies. He crumbles on the spot. Brought up
Sorry.
League of Legends. That's it.
Alright.
Anyways,
Okay,
I'm
rules. No
gonna-
referencing League, no referencing Among Us. Got it.
don't say it. Don't say it. Fucking.
All right,
Among
all right.
Us?
You know what? I'll
Is
take the
that-
disadvantage. I'll kick his shit in.
All right. Do it. Fucking hit him, bro.
Whoa!
All right. Disadvantage, unfortunately, but an 18 still hits. That is 8 force damage as you send out the beam.
No, it's 8 plus 4.
And
No,
No,
it's only a plus
that-
4
that
if it
would
was a
be-
crit.
Oh, yeah, well, you should
so
take the crit,
as you
though.
send out the beam, you look at the
Uh.
magical tattoo as it lights up on your hand, and it projects onto the
wait,
back
wait.
of the creature
Can I-
that you hit, and gives you almost like a reticle, an aiming point to shoot at, and you.
I'm gonna
and it
put my
zaps
hand out.
across
to
the
where-
empty sort of street and hits them straight in the back, and you're. "Gah!"
Can I move my fingers where it's just 2 fingers, the middle finger and the index finger, just pointing at him, and then or pointing finger and middle finger, right? And just point and the other 2 down on the other 3, I mean, and then just kind of shoot at them. Snap 'em.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you do a fucking Naruto jutsu bullshit. Yeah, you sure, man.
No, it's like finger gun.
Whatever, dude.
Like a finger gun. No.
All right, man. Whatever you say, dude. You can do whatever you want.
That got
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Horse. So,
Oh god.
I should
as
be wearing
this
my clown
happens,
outfit.
you're going to hear a shout from the woods over here. It's going to be a more feminine voice as it says, "Just keep running. I've got them." As
No,
Fresh,
you
you can hear it.
dude.
Fresh, you can hear it, but Horace, you cannot. As the man or the large person in front of you just like grunts in recognition.
Is he still invisible?
He is. They are both still invisible. You don't
Are you
see
kidding
anyone.
me? Oh yeah, I become visible after I get hit from.
Clearly, they're quite advanced.
Can I run at them?
And yeah, if you want to use your last 30 feet of movement, you can go ahead and move towards.
Yeah, I do.
All right, cool. So you are now just behind Bresh.
Yeah.
And with that, the person is going to go ahead and take another shot at Bresh this time. That does not hit. She cannot hit shit today.
Why
Alright.
is she going after Bresh?
Pings off my chainmail. Ting.
Yeah, that was a 15. So that misses, and you see the person in front of you. You can see Charles sort of like shift a bit as the right arm seems to take something, and then in front of you, a massive sort of explosion of oil and flame erupts in front of you, in a large sort of spill, blocking your path. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, Bresh. Horace is not currently in the explosion radius.
18.
That succeeds. You're gonna take half damage from 2d6, so you take 4 damage as the flame sort of sear its way up your legs before you can pat it out and back up a bit. And he makes distance again with your distraction.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so I counted because I assume to do channel divinity you like use your funny cauldron thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I counted that as like your use your object kind of thing, and that was what he did just now. He used his oil flask.
Gotcha.
You used
I
your
s-
Colton.
Yeah.
So that was what your action was, and
Yeah.
that's what he did as well. Now he's moving away again. The footsteps receding as it turns. Weirdly enough, it turns this way. So you have moved from here to about here. You're right about here, maybe, and then it seems to turn down this alleyway as you see Charles move away.
Oh, dip.
Not really an alleyway, as more as just an opening between these two buildings.
Yeah.
And you begin to, you could still see him at the end of his turn, but you're beginning to lose sight.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
like that.
Charles,
Yes.
in your mental existence, you're sitting in front of this quite large woman. She's much larger than you. When she was standing, she was about, 10 feet tall, and she's very broad. And as she sits down and sort of, she sits in a very formal position as she waits for you to do something. She just seems to be sitting there and looking at you.
Why are you so attached to me?
That's such a weird way of putting it. That's great.
Well, Charles, you're special. Wasn't it
Good specialist.
Well, that makes you feel really good,
Strange.
doesn't it?
that your father, a half-elf, is your father? Look at yourself. Look at me. We are very different than them. Why is that,
Racism.
Charles? Isn't
Based.
that odd to you?
No, biased.
I've never really thought about it that way. Why? Why do you bring that up?
Tieflings are an odd bunch. The most common form of creation for a tiefling is a deal with a devil. Now,
Who made that
while
deal?
I don't much care for your father, I feel as though if there is anything you're going to ask me about him, it should be him that answers. So I will not elaborate on that much further. However, something that is important, Charles, is that you came from me.
Hmm.
And she leans in towards you, not very close to your face, but the intensity is there. She says, "A piece of my soul. Before I was forged into the mace of the Black Crown, I was lost, adrift, and, under an unlucky star, and a very terrible circumstance, I was put into your father, my soul intertwined with his. However, many, many years later, we finally sorted it out. I was set free, and Asmodeus did with me as it saw fit, and that was to forge me into the mace. And Asmodeus told me that you and I would come into contact again. The removal of my soul from your father's body created a vacuum, a space filled only by a demon, or a devil, in your case, or in my case. You are a demon. It's quite easy to tell. You know of the abyssal languages, yes?
Sure, do you? Hold on, let me check.
He's just reciting languages in his head, trying to
I
check.
really hope you do. Like, this is gonna be really
Okay.
fucked if I do this wrong.
Yes,
abyssal, right?
yes, I do.
Yes. Abyssal is the language of demons. You are a demon. You've known this since birth. I have watched. Your first writing, your first words were in a language your father could not comprehend. He was scared, concerned for his son. You are a demon. You are my sworn enemy. And yet,
Enemy.
and yet, here we are. together entwined for the rest of your very short life. Or will it be? Anyways, you'll be waking up soon. One day we will come into contact again. I will tell you more then. But until then, and as she stands up, she is in front of you, face to face. She grabs your collar, the plate gauntlet. You can feel the cold black steel pressing against your, like, sort of chest where she's grabbing it. Continue to kill. Be strong, Charles. Give
I've got
me
two
power.
motivational parents.
And then she shoves you away. And as she does, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Yet
Okay.
again. That's a fail. It doesn't matter right now. And then back into the chase. Bresh, it is your turn. It keeps swapping to 20 and it makes me mad, but I can't change it back, so who cares?
It's something. Alright.
You can pause it instead of like
Eh.
disconnecting it.
Well,
No, I'm talking about the turn order. That's fine.
I can't see this fricker. I'm a little bit upset about that.
And there's currently a puddle of fire in front of you that is sort of blocking your path. It is 10 feet wide and 10 feet long. It's in a sort of 10-foot circle originating from the center. It's like 5 feet out in both directions. So it's 10 feet in
Alright.
total.
Can I action bonus action this turn, or is it just action time?
No, you have, again, you still have the chase actions, and then you have a move action. Nothing has changed yet.
hmm. I'm trying to think, you know? It's surprising, I know, I think sometimes.
Impossible. Anyone in this party having more than 2 brain
God,
cells?
I wish I prepared Create or Destroy Water, but alas.
How? You could move around it, it would just take a bit of extra movement.
Yeah, I'm just thinking. Will I be able to take the dash action?
Not yet. You can still add half of your movement speed to your current movement speed as an action, but you cannot take a full dash yet.
Gotcha.
Now that you know where he's going, though, you could attempt to cut him off and like go around this way if you want
Okay.
to. You
Oh,
know,
so
go for
am
a full
I?
cut.
So I went like,
Yeah,
you know,
currently you guys
do.
are right here. Currently, you guys are
Okay.
right here,
I
and
see.
the person in the woods is like maybe right here, and they turned this corner. So if you want, you could try to attempt to go for like a cutoff or something
I'm
like
trying
that.
to. I think I'm gonna go like here and then see how it goes. So I'm gonna go from like here, and that's. I don't know how long that is. Like.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
This
So you could.
distance, what it actually is.
Yeah.
How long? How far would that be? Would that be 45 feet?
So, are you trying to use? Okay, so you want to just move your 30 feet that direction, just directly like east by southeast, just directly that way.
My point is, if I go directly that way, will I be able to round this corner and see down this sort of pathway?
Potentially yes, but I need to know if you're going that way or not. Because if you're going that way, then I can decide whether, like, you need an action or not. Okay, so you can move and then round the corner, but I'll say you're like right on that corner.
Round that corner. Can I see
yes.
like this way?
For the most part, you can see. Yeah, you can see that, but you can't see like behind this building, for example.
Okay.
You can't see like over here.
Do I see Charles being carried?
No, Charles just turned the corner when you went around here, so presumably you're like waiting for them.
Oh Christ. In that case, bonus action, Magic Stone.
All right, that's
Get some
cool.
rocks
That's
ready.
Cool. And Horace, it is now your turn. Horace?
I'm back.
All right, cool.
I want to cut him off as well.
All right, cool. So you can use your 30 feet.
I was
to,
a little
again,
behind
move just
Bresh,
around.
right?
You are a little behind Bresh. You'd be like 5 feet behind him. Hey, but I'd still say you have visibility around the corner, just slightly less.
Do I see him?
No. Again, he was just rounding the corner when you guys both moved to cut off.
We don't know where he is.
No, currently no. You saw him around the corner, and now you both ran around here.
I guess that's the end of my turn.
You still have your action. You could move another 15 feet if you would like.
Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that.
All right, cool. So while Bresh stays, you just sort of turn and then fucking skirt the corner and then keep running down. You make it like halfway through around the house.
Do I see him?
Not yet, because you can't actually see into where he was. However, as you wait there and you sort of stop just for a moment to catch your breath, take a direct look, you can see Charles as he rounds the corner and turns into you for a moment before continuing to run this way.
So he goes,
Running
nope.
through a bit of the brush. So essentially, yeah, you see this this unknown sort of unseen attacker round the corner and then immediately like stop for a second and then turn and then just keep running.
I'm gonna say,
so they
stop! I'll give you money.
They're right about here. They're right about around this tree somewhere.
Hello, you fucker.
Charles, go ahead and roll into the Constitution saving throw. This time with advantage.
Hoping I fail. Okay.
Calvin, you're very quiet.
All right, a 12 is a success. Charles, as you're pushed back for a moment, you're left adrift there, and then, ow, as you feel a sharp, not sharp, but more like just a blunt, just in your stomach that sort of drives your breath away. As you almost feel every piece of your movement all at once, like a game lagged and then everything happened at once. You essentially have all of that feeling. So you feel being jostled and rustled, and you feel your breath being driven out of you multiple times, except you don't have breath to be driven out, so it's just and you feel a bit nauseous, but you are stable and groggy, but awake. If you want to try to do something, I can go ahead and have you do it, but again, you are still sort of very, very tired. It's brought down your systems a lot,
Okay.
as
Yeah.
you've just barely succeeded the con save.
I'm worn out. I'm gonna just I'm gonna try and just perceive what's going on, and that's about it.
Okay,
I don't feel like
so
my character will have the
yeah,
energy.
you can perceive by feeling a big man holding you very tightly, and you can perceive by seeing your friends chasing after you, sweating and heaving as it appears that you are not next to Too Cool for Spool. Where the fuck did you go? Where am I? You're near some trees? But you're still in town, and that's what I'll give you.
All right. I'm gonna start trying to wiggle out, but then I'm gonna realize how tired I am and just stop.
All right, yeah, that's totally fine. Bresh, it is your turn.
Alright, can I see where Charles is going?
Yes, you can see him begin to move now as well, sort of like shifting in the grass before going limp again.
Okay, so, but he's like been dropped.
No, he is not. He is still
Oh.
within the arms. He seems to have shifted down from the chest to a more like a closer to a fireman carry, so he's sort of just like bundled up in a little ball, like a forced fetal position, and he's holding him, sort of like under his right arm, as he's
Fireman
like a very
carry-
tight grip.
Yeah, fireman carry is like over the shoulders, but he's basically being carried like a baby, just like a freaking football.
Yeah, essentially, but
The
like
football
he's
carry.
like more like a football. Yeah, more like a football. He's being like condensed and tightly held near the chest.
I see. All right. Action. I'm basically gonna like magic stone like directly at Charles, assuming that whoever is because the person who is running him, carrying him, I assume that their back is facing me because they're running away from me. So.
They're not necessarily running away from you. You're right here, and they're right here, and they are running. That way.
They're
So-
going perpendicular. Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
I am.
So if you
going
want to,
all right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and
you
in
go.
that case, I'm gonna go more physical. I'm just gonna go in and try and intercept with a grapple.
all right. So yeah, you can move. You're 30 feet. You can try and you can get pretty close to in front of him. Not exactly, but you can get into a position where he will run into you. If you want, you can like prepare to like try and grapple him. If you
Yeah.
want to try and like cut him off.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you can move there
Do a
and then
little
prepare as you
I
sort of
do
like,
like the-
so take like a fucking quarterback stance. You're ready. It's just a
Yeah.
football game.
I do
God
like the
damn it.
sort of like a Breakfast Club slide.
Charles is the ball.
Yeah, I do like the Breakfast Club slide into position, and I'm like, "What you gonna do now, lad? Give me my
Forrest, it
friend
is your
back, and we
turn.
can let it go."
So he's grabbed onto him, right?
Yes.
This will probably end well. So how
Uh-oh.
far away are they?
Like 20 feet. I'll say 20, 25.
All right, and I can, if I move there, I still have an action, right?
Yes. Well, not a full action. It depends. You
Can I
can't just
cast a
attack
spell?
or cast it. No, you cannot just. Okay, that depends. Yes, technically you could. It cannot be a spell that has an attack roll. Because of how this is working. You could do your Eldritch Blast earlier, but
Brush
right
is
now,
grabbing
no.
him. I'm gonna run up to him, up to Brush and the guy and Calvin.
Okay.
And
Charles.
can I pull out a knife and stab, or can I feel around and try to stab their arm that's grabbing onto Brush? I mean, not Brush, fuck. Charles.
You roll a disadvantage.
Might stab Charles. Who knows?
Probably not. Yeah, you get him. As you're sort of like trying to look as he's sort of running past, and you're running up next to him, and then you take your dagger, the sharp bit facing down, the blade facing down, as you sort of just take your hand and like slap it on the pommel and try to shove it into him. And as this happens, you're, ow, fuck, and blood sort of like just begins to bleed onto your dagger. Which, are you still holding on to it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna make sure I can grab it, so if he runs out of it, it just cuts through his arm. Yeah.
You didn't drive it super deep. Like it's still a dagger. You went more of like it was like a stab, but
Oh.
it's not going to actually provide a disadvantage because you stabbed him. But it does deal 5 damage.
Okay.
So now this is the attacker's turn, and you can both hear footsteps behind you as you hear the woman shout again. She says, "Stop moving! I have an idea!" And then you see Charles he just goes for a dead stop, about 5 feet from you, Bresh. As the woman,
This is new.
you can see her now as the invisibility wears off. She's wearing very covering clothes. She's just got like a cloak on. You only know it's a
Yeah.
woman because of the voice,
Yeah.
and the slightly smaller build. As you can see her raised from her one of the pockets in her sort of cowl. She reaches in, pulls out a small object. It's a bit hard to see at this distance. She's about like 35 feet away, and she's just around the corner. And then she raises it up, and then you see a dim green light. It seems to be dark and sort of pulsing as it wong, wong, wong. And Charles is invisible now.
That's
You
unfortunate.
can't see him anymore.
Is there blood on the guy that I stabbed?
There's blood on your knife, which is now in your hand.
So blood is invisible too?
There's blood on your knife. There's blood on the floor. And you're going to now hear the footsteps again moving, but I'm going to say unless you do choose to do so on your turn, you cannot actively tell where it is going. And you see the woman begin to sort of mess with something in her pocket as well, as that'll be the end of their turn. Charles, you are still feeling real sleepy, but if there's anything you want to attempt to do, you can.
Okay, how would it feel to try and wiggle out?
That would be a strength check at disadvantage. A contesting strength check, actually, against what he said is a DC for the grapple.
Okay, what? Like, how am I feeling?
groggy, tired, sleepy, like you just woke up 2 hours early, and you wake up early, so like, oh man, this does not feel good. You are barely able to keep your eyes open, and you can't really rub them because your arms are bound tightly to your side, like a chicken when they're being held.
Okay, I'm gonna like slam my fist on their back a couple
No,
times.
no, stand with your horns.
No. You're not actually. You're now being sort of squished into a forced fetal position, and you are being like you're held almost like a ball, as you have been sort of constricted by very large muscular arms.
God, I hate that I'm about to say this, but have you all seen the video Wabbit Season by Meat Canyon?
Yes.
You know the way that Bugs holds Elmer Fudd when he's talking to his dad? And Elmer Fudd's just in
Yeah.
his hands? That's what I'm imagining.
That's. I can't really say it's close in good conscience, but it's somewhere near there.
I don't know why, that's just what I'm imagining right now. I need like a redraw of
Anyways,
like
Charles,
a
do you
dotted
wanna-
line where Bugs is to be invisible, and then Charles just curled up like that.
he just got fucking tears in his eyes flowing. He's terrified. Anyways, Charles, are you going to attempt to break out?
Yeah, I'll try.
Roll a strength check.
And how
Worth
long did it-
noting, natural ones and natural 20s are not automatic failures or successes on checks. They
I know.
just are a high or a low roll. It's only on attack rolls.
I know.
Alright, just wanted to
What,
point it out.
you rigged the roll to make me get a nat 20 and then tell me I'm not going to be able to get out? So do I roll strength or strength saving?
Yes, that would be a strength. It's contesting strength checks. You're trying to break the grapple right now.
8.
What do you say?
8, because it's at disadvantage, right?
It is a disadvantage, and that fails.
Wow.
As you attempt to sort of push your way out, essentially, you know how people like try to wedge themselves between two like cliff faces and climb up? You're trying to do that, where you like push off of his arms and his chest at the same time, but the way your legs are positioned, they're all like cramped, and it's kind of hard to do, and you're still really tired, and your muscles ache anytime you try to like move. It seems like whatever this did targeted like your ability to move very quickly, or you're feeling very lethargic was the best way to put it, I think. As you attempt to push off of him, but there is quite the resistance. Fresh, it is your turn.
Is like speaking like gonna take time? Like, can I just be like,
No,
Charles,
speaking is a
yell
full action.
something?
You can say that, yeah.
Oh, I can speak.
You can speak, but it would essentially be like when you wake up. So you'd be like, you couldn't like talk super loudly. I'd say if you try and attempt to communicate, that's fine, and he'll get a location. Generally, but you are
I'm
still
gonna-
very tired again.
I'm gonna say,
You also don't know you're
What?
invisible.
I was-
To you, the man that is carrying you now, you can get a slightly better look at him. He is very large and muscular and shirtless, and he has a very large mustache and very large eyebrows, as he has you all crumpled up in a little paper ball, and is holding you. He appears to be sweating a lot too, as he's just sort of he looks very very focused, and you can see he's bleeding from his left arm.
Alright.
But yeah,
So
you can just say what, and then you get an idea that he is maybe somewhere like around here, just entering this space between this very large building and
Alright.
this much smaller one.
All right. I'm gonna move towards that area, and I don't want to go for speed as much, and I can't see him. If I get towards that, like towards that location, would I be within maybe like 5 feet?
You can get close to where. Roll your perception check, based on
Okay.
hearing, if you have anything special with that.
I have nothing based
see
on
how close you
hearing, but
get.
yeah, actually, otherwise, like if I wasn't, if you didn't like tell me the location, I'll ask, oh, could I use my action to like do a perception check to try and find his location? So
Absolutely. This won't be an action. This is gonna be your like. I called out to him. He called back. Generally, where is he? And
yeah, that's 19.
you've had to listen to this fucker talk quite a lot, so you
Also,
got a
like
pretty good
trying to
idea.
listen for
and,
my cows across the field, I've gotten to know a little bit about locating by sound.
Yeah. The main thing that keys you is once you begin listening very like intensely, you can hear the footsteps, very heavy set, large footsteps on the cobbled floor as he's right about here, somewhere around this corner. It's within that like 5-foot cube, somewhere around there.
Alright, I ain't got too much to help me here, so instead I'm gonna try. Hey, pistiets. Alright,
Did you
I'm
just
gonna
speak
try
Russian?
and move as close to. Yeah, I'm sorry, just tap it. I'm gonna move as close to that location as I can. If I estimate. It's
Make an
basically
educated
like
guess.
if I'm within 5 feet, word of radiance. If not, magic stone. So it's a matter of like how close I think I'm gonna be able to get.
Do you have to see creatures within 5 feet of you?
For word of radiance, each creature of your
Yeah.
choice. Doesn't say if I had to see them.
Okay, yeah, I'd say you can get within 5 feet. How? What? Okay, I won't let you cast it unless you come up with a reason that that your word of radiance somehow reaches this invisible person. I want a reason. I want a reason it works.
Well, for me, it's basically within 5 feet. So like things around me are almost they're not revealed, but it's more of like radiant damage emerges from it, and so I'm just absolutely PO'd, and I'm like, Dagda, I need to know where this spoiled motherfucker is, cause I got him into trouble, and I would be absolutely broken if I ended up getting them killed. I need you to help me get these fuckers. So I'm gonna just pray and hope it works. If he's not in the range,
Okay.
fuck it. I'm just gonna try and go for.
What does word of radiance do exactly? Can you like
you
send me
utter a
the- can you
divine
spell-
word
can
and
you-
burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see. Fuck. Okay, never mind. In
Okay,
that
well,
case,
never mind then.
I'm gonna just
That's
hang
fine.
back in Magic Stone.
You can still say the prayer, but it
Alright,
does
in that
a lot
case,
less than
I'm gonna
actually
do a
casting
Magic
spell.
Stone attack in that direction. I thought it was like there, but I think I
Okay.
missed a line. So,
Um,
alright, Magic Stone attack with disadvantage. I
yeah,
assume.
it's a disadvantage, sure. And I'll give him like half cover or something, just because like you have a pretty good idea of where he is. He's somewhere within that 5-foot cube, but it is still a 5-foot cube. It's
Yeah.
possible to miss a rock.
That's the thing. I don't see him, so I can't really do much else.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's a 9. I got nothing.
That is a 9. Yeah. So you throw it, and you see it
Dag.
ting, 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 on the cobbles, maybe like 10 or 20 feet ahead.
That is unfortunate.
Horus, it is your turn.
So, where are they again? This one.
They are around here.
And I was right here. And I stabbed one of them. And where is
No,
Breast?
you were about here.
Where's
You were
Breast?
about here because you went to stab him.
Dude, can we just
Fresh
put
is
down
right
like
up
small
here with him.
tokens just for a frame of reference? Do you think that'd be easier?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. So if I run up, I can still attack, right? That's clear.
Technically yes, but you can't see him at all.
Good to know. So I'm gonna run up to where as much as I can before I can't attack anymore. How far is that?
You can move 30 feet, which is not actually accurate on the board, so you can move up to where Brush is, essentially, or like one square to the right of him.
30 feet up.
You
to,
also still see the woman over here.
Where?
She is currently non-visible. You do see one of the other attackers right here. She's currently non-visible. She seems to be
Oh.
fumbling with what looks like a ring in her hand.
Oh, I can just interrogate her and torture her. Cool. I'm gonna run up to her.
All right.
All right, but first, I'm gonna cast. No. Yes. I'm gonna go invisible, use hidden step, and I'm gonna sprint towards her.
Okay, that would be your action thing.
Bonus action. That's what it is.
You only have a chase action and a move action right now.
Oh, okay. Okay. In that
So
case,
if
I'm
you
gonna run up to her
want-
and throw and like, is she close enough for me to stab, or do I have to throw a knife?
You could stab her, you could grab her, you could do whatever you want, man.
Oh, that's a weird way of putting it.
In that case, I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast her and then run at her.
Okay, you can see her, and so it's fine now.
Right.
So go ahead and roll an attack. God damn it.
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hit. Yes, it does. I deal 7 damage.
I'm gonna
Blast,
blast
blast.
at her, and then I'm gonna say "fuck you" as I run towards her. Menacingly. Just kidding. I'm not menacing. But oh, there's 2 of them.
Why is this not working? No, there isn't. Why is this not working? I don't see the token. Time to
I
refresh.
did tokens. Oh god, there's 2 of
I
them.
know.
Refresh and say, you get Charles, I'll get the person. Hooded.
Right, you
What?
got it, lad. Handle the lass. I got the thing.
Oh, get the brat.
I'll get the brat. You get the other one.
Sounds good.
I'll get the brat. You get the bitch.
Ah,
There you go. You know what I'd say for that? I haven't actually done this yet, but it's a pretty funny thing that I've seen. I'm gonna go ahead and give you inspiration for that one.
Oh, oh, fuck yeah!
Which
Let's
is
go.
you can
Let's go.
yeah
It's a
you can
reroll
add advantage to
basically.
any of your rolls.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, you can add advantage to any of your rolls.
Oh, for saying like I'll
That's
get the
just-
brat, you
it's
get the bitch.
Good.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Make the DM laugh.
All
You get
right, so-
advantage.
Now it'll be the attacker's turn. And she's gonna say, "Look at the bitch, huh? See ya, fucker!" And she slides the ring on to one of her fingers, and she disappears.
Ow. Oh, Horace, you want to take care of that? There she went.
Use magic bullshit. Damn it.
I hate magic stuff.
God damn it! They're not allowed magic. Only we're allowed to have magic.
This is so great. We lost the richest one. Should have taken you. At least you're poor.
And also, I'm slippery.
And as round, whatever this is, I think it should be 5 now, right?
I think.
I
Okay.
have no idea.
Yeah.
It should have at least been 5. It might have been the wrong number, but I'm hoping it's 5, so I'm not a stupid ass.
Let's call it.
Now.
Let's call it 5. Let's call it 5. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are in full combat. You guys can do your actions, bonus actions, movement, all that shit. You got everything now, and we're fully into it as the actual, like, it's evolved into an actual combat. It's still a chase scene technically, but it has all the rules and shit of combat.
Alright. That's unfortunate.
He's gonna continue moving away from you. The brush.
I don't quite like that.
You can hear again the footsteps moving off this direction.
Ooh. Oh! Ah, he's doubling back. He's looping me.
When she went invisible, did I hear any footsteps in what direction she ran?
You didn't hear anything, no. But either she is silent or she didn't move. And Charles, now your lethargy should be wearing off. So if you want to go ahead and actually roll me a just normal strength check to try and break free of the grapple, you can go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Also, wait, oh, I almost forgot.
You want a chicken
Okay,
salad?
cool. Charles, you're no longer invisible, actually.
Oh,
There's regular ones.
let's
here.
go!
Forgot that's concentration.
Oh,
Charles, you're no longer invisible, and you are chilling in a again. The best way I can describe you is as crumpled paper in this man's arms, who is still invisible.
well, that's
Charles?
definitely a help. Hey, Charles, you want to do anything in particular?
So I wiggled out, right?
No, but can you be a bit louder first of all? Secondly, no, you have not. You're no longer invisible, but you are also no longer tired or lethargic or anything like that. You are, your energy is resurged back into you, and you're, sort of coming to circumstances with coming to terms with your circumstances, and you can now, make that strength check but not a disadvantage, essentially.
Well, that's what I did.
Okay. Let me go roll the contested strength check. That's a success. I'm genuinely surprised.
Good.
As you push off, you use your boots on his side as you sort of shove your way off and fall, like, sort of down to the ground. As you hear the man next to you go, "What? God damn it!" And to break free of the grapple, you do have to do it at the end of your turn, so you don't have anything else you can do right now. But you are now free and uninvisible. Fresh, it is your turn. You can
Charles!
see Charles has not only become uninvisible, but also freed himself.
Charles, man, where is he?
Okay, so where are
Yeah,
they?
you pushed off from, like, right here. He's, like, right in front of you.
He's
You're
right
on the
in front
floor
of
right now.
He's right in front of me.
Alright! I'm just charging forward for like an angry ox. Just gonna try and bum rush this dude.
Alright, you want to, like, try and knock him prone? You wanna, like, knock him over?
Yeah, like part of me wants to form a kind of perimeter to try and close him in, but I know that like the space is too wide. I gotta try and knock him down. Yeah, I'm gonna try
Yeah, alright,
and
so-
I'm gonna try and knock him prone.
You'll use that, and you can go ahead and roll a strength check again, I believe.
Yeah. Because that would be using the attack action to shove, which is like its own sort of
Yes.
thing. So I'm not going for a grapple, I'm going for a shove, and that's just like straight strength, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep.
18. And he contested, I think.
Versus
He contested with his own, I'm pretty sure.
8.
Oh,
So
hey!
you do it. You
I'm
you
back.
just sort of, you don't know where you're running. You're
Sure.
just running, and you got fucking shield forward as you slam into him. You can hear
Captain America
his flesh
style.
just fucking boom off your shield, and you can hear him slam into the ground.
Okay, I'm just
Oh,
gonna look
fucking
down in the
goddamn it.
general direction. I'm gonna say, your turn. Stay down.
Bitch. And Horace, it's your turn.
I'm gonna. Do I hear them behind me?
Yeah, you heard Bresh say, "I'm coming" or something, and then a big slam.
You mess with the
Yell.
bull and you get the horns, lad!
I'm gonna yell. Bresh, do you need help?
I'm too busy yelling, shoving, and saying stay down,
Yeah,
so
he doesn't
I'm
respond.
focused mostly on Charles and the other dude at the moment.
I'm gonna assume that's a yes, that he's fine actually.
Oh.
And I'm gonna. I'm gonna run up to where that lady was, and just run directly through there. And if I hit something, it's her. If I don't,
Okay. Well, you can't move into a space that an enemy is in.
so that means she's right there. Do I?
I mean, you can attempt to move into her, yeah.
hits me in the
I
Yeah, I
guess
want to
where she
move into
was.
where she was and have a knife out and kind of just point it and run in that direction right at her.
Okay. I guess I'll have her roll like a stealth check to try and like.
She would have advantage since she's heavily obscured.
Mm-hmm.
It's not guaranteed
I'm
because
just
there's
gonna-
like still sound, but it's advantage.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say you hear her shift, but you miss whatever you were trying to do.
So basically, she's right there. Now I know she's there. I'm gonna whip out my other hand and blast Eldritch Blast if I'm able to.
You can't see her, and also trying to run into her with a knife is sort of an attack.
Got bonus actions, Horace.
Yeah, but nothing useful. Can I throw my knife? His bonus action.
That again, attack. No.
He wasn't even yet.
Howard. I yell.
And now it is the attackers again. You can hear the man in front of you shift, and
There's not another band here.
you can hear him breathing heavily as he says, "We're taking the fucking blue fucker alive. No one else has to live." And he's gonna go for an attack on you, Bresh.
Dip. That's unfortunate. Thought he would run away. He's actually going for it. The madman.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yeah, I guess it does.
All right. 4, that is 6 bludgeoning damage as he takes his foot and then just fucking kicks you like a fucking Spartan kick right in the chest.
Oh!
And you feel the impact, and you feel it in your fucking bones, dude. It rattles you as he kicks you back. He attacked with some fucking force behind it.
Jeez.
And then, because he made an unarmed strike, and he has the Tavern Brawler, he's gonna grapple as a bonus action on Charles. Charles, I need you to make a strength check. Contested with his strength check.
I just want to get going.
Oh my.
Okay. Wow, that's a nat 1 versus nat 20. You are in his arms, in his loving embrace again.
Go.
As he sort of grabs your legs and then pulls you with such force that you don't fall to the ground, but now you're sort of grabbed in a weird like sort of flat position where it's very hard to like push off. But he's like got you like sort of held. You can like kick at the air because your legs are mostly free, but you can't really kick him because of the way you're facing. And that'll be his turn. And now the woman is gonna go after you, Horace. She says, we've been following you. You can make a really nice addition. You just need to fuck off."
What does that mean?
She's gonna try and stab you with her short sword. Does a 16 hit with your leather armor,
Yeah.
not mage armor.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And you take 5 points of slashing damage.
My arm
Ouch.
was
I have
right here.
only 8 left. That's not good.
If I would have just taken the hit.
Listen, we can talk about this.
You lost the ability to talk about this when you stabbed him.
To be fair, you kidnapped my friend. Well, friend.
Damn
Well,
To
it.
not
be
really
fair, your friend is gonna cause a lot of fucking issues if we don't get rid of him.
Context. What do you mean get rid of?
Context this, bitch! And she tries to stab you again.
Honestly, context this.
Charles,
bitch,
it's your
that's
turn.
great.
Charles, you can go ahead and roll a strength check and try to escape. That doesn't
Man,
work.
double last time.
Damn.
He's a big fucking dude. He's a big guy. Bresh, it is your turn now. You
Alright.
see Charles held in like he's like into like a forced plank where his entire body is like rigid and straight and clung or held very tightly to this man's chest as it is turned towards you, making it somewhat difficult to swing at him without swinging at Horace.
Alright.
Or Charles, sorry.
I am a little bit miffed at this, and I am going to say in whatever the Scotty is for the dog does strength fills me. And that will be my verbal component for Healing Word, which is a bonus action. I'm going to use that on myself.
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
heal myself 5
5
hit
healing.
points. So I'm at 8.
All right.
That's a
Well, that's
bonus
good to hear.
action, and then
Guys, I don't know if even someone as cool as Charles is worth this much trouble.
so Charles is still being held. All right, I'm unhooking the wallop. I'm going for a leg sweep.
All right,
I'm
go
going
ahead.
like
roll
I'm
an attack.
swinging low.
Cock hit.
Yeah, it's cock it back,
Coming in.
and it's releasing.
Cock hit. 5 bludgeoning
Oh,
damage.
you're
on it,
getting
nice.
kneecaps, son. Took a slap.
He just shouts "fuck" again as you slam into his knee. You can hear the satisfying crack of wood on bone.
Oh yeah, those metal rivets are doing their work holding this thing together. Let's go.
Horace, it is your turn. You're now. I mean, she's like talking to you kind of, but also still trying to hit you. It's a weird sitch.
This too bad doesn't do breakfast anymore.
I know.
Alright.
Wait,
I'm
stop,
gonna-
stop.
I'm gonna try and. I don't really know what I can do. I guess I'll stab her as well. I guess.
Roll an attack with disadvantage.
Right.
Oh, she is invisible. Unfortunately, I hope I'm doing the whole disadvantage thing right, and it's not just being terrible. That misses. As you go to swing, she like sort of slashes at the dagger, and it gets knocked back. It doesn't knock out of your hand, but you're just sort of, stopped from hitting her. She seems to be quite adept at this whole sword fighting thing. Anything else you want to do? You have a bonus action and a
Down there?
move.
Why do you want to kidnap him?
I don't want to do anything. I'm following orders.
I'll pay you money.
I suggest you follow your friend and get the fuck out of here.
All right.
And
Can I
as
move?
she says this, she's going to attempt to shove you and sort of push you to the ground. Go ahead and roll a strength check to contest.
Can I try dodge?
That's the
Oh wait, I can't see her.
yeah.
Yeah, you're essentially trying to just like steel yourself as you could feel her hands on your chest trying to push you away.
I mean, she's got her hands on her
Um,
chest. That's basically second base.
That
Advantage.
fails.
I
You
want to
don't
use
get
inspiration.
advantage.
Inspiration.
You don't have that. Bresh has that.
Damn it.
That fails, and you feel yourself. You feel the hands grab sort of at your shoulders, and then just sort of throw you to the right. As you get slammed into a couple of just like boxes and barrels over here, and you can hear her beginning to run.
Rude. I call out.
In this direction.
In which direction? Can you?
Sorry, one moment. Let me begin to hear her to run in like to your right.
Oh, okay.
I yelled.
And then the man is going to he's going to take his disengage action and begin slowly backing away with Charles in his hands. None of you were involved in this. Just sit back and fuck off. And he's going to get about that far. Because you can only move half speed while carrying someone. In actual combat.
We're gonna have a repeat of
And
last
that'll be
time
their
live.
turn.
All right.
Charles, it is now your turn.
Brush or
Charles' turn.
What do you say? Charles' turn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Charles' turn. Bresh is next.
so he grabbed me again, right?
Yes, you are currently in his arms, in his loving embrace.
Lol.
That does not do it. I'm sorry if this combat's kind of lame for you.
Look,
I called
man.
high low, all right. If it wasn't you, it would have been Bresh.
To be fair, I
Anyways.
am also just heavy.
That is true. But he's buff. Anyways, you push against him, but again, this grasp is extremely tight. And while you're not necessarily lethargic anymore, your muscles are still aching. For what it feels like you've been working out or like for those like really long days of training. Feels like you've just gone through that, and it's been like 10 minutes. You are worn out, but not exactly tired or at any real disadvantage. Fresh, it is your turn. You can hear footsteps approaching from behind you. They're not necessarily trying to be sneaky.
Well, I'm not really a huge fan of that. I don't like things coming up behind me, but the problem is, my friend is kind of being carried away. I don't really like that happening. So I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm gonna say, "Hi, carry my friend away there. Kind of need him." And can I get? I'm going. I'm going for a wallop. I'm not going for like any part of the body in particular. I'm just trying to hit the thing. I still gonna have disadvantage even if I go for a specific part of the body, but I'm just going for like, all right,
Yeah, that's
he is
totally cool.
being held. I'm just trying to do damage to slow him down. So I'm gonna basically go for like general like upper chest back height, which I know would be mostly the biggest target on a general human.
That's also where Charles is like sat, essentially, is where like you would assume the upper chest is, because he is held very tightly. You can actually see the imprints of the very large forearms on his clothes, pushing him in
Oh,
to the body.
Oh.
You can.
Oh, that's great. I'm going for those.
All right. It'll still be a disadvantage because but it's not like any extra negatives because it's sort of outlined for you. And if you do well enough on your damage roll, I can say maybe you might have some struggle keeping up with holding them.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah, I'll come back. I am going to go for just a downward strike, just
Yeah.
right on that thing. Whoop.
All right, 7 damage is still really nice, and you can hear "oh fuck" as you can see the grip sort of weaken.
I told you to
on the-
stay down, you
arm.
cow!
Horace, it's your turn. You are currently prone.
I'm
Got
gonna
some wood chips
spend
in your
half my
clothes.
movement to stand up.
So get up. Yep. You have
Yep.
another 15 feet.
Can I move to right here? In 15 feet?
I'd say roughly you could get right about here. Yeah.
Would I be able to see them down here?
Yeah, you could get like right here.
I'm gonna try and snipe the guy.
Oh god.
So Bresh is in front of him, and then Charles is on him,
Yep.
and then he's also invisible.
Duck, I say.
So I'm gonna say disadvantage, and he has like 3/4 cover because this seems so unreasonable to me. But go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
I want the dice to give me a natural 20, and it'll be really cool.
Bresh duck.
Oh, right!
I'm so
I like
close.
put shield over my head as I crouch a little bit.
Fucking testudo formation. You throw the shield up.
I testudo formation, throw it up.
Yeah, so as you sort of throw your shield up, the Eldritch Blast ricochets off of it and right above where Charles is, and it slams into a body that you still can't necessarily see, but you can see the outline from all the pulsing energy. And yeah, wow, that hit him.
Way! What a lad! What a lad!
I'm gonna do a little dance. Yippee.
do a little like
little yippee
orange
dance.
justice.
You know, like
That's
do
awesome.
the arm, like make it into a fist and then pull it down. Like yes, got him.
Do a fist bump, bro. Yes,
What
hit
a
it. Yes.
what a snipe!
All right, so now it is the attacker's turn. Bresh,
Yeah, that's me.
my main guy. I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
You got it. It's a 20.
Okay. From
Okay,
behind
here
you,
we go.
out of nowhere, it's probably because you're ducked, but as you duck, you see a net fly over and get sort of caught on your shield. But it seems to be caught on your shield only, and you are entirely free. But it is a net. It looks like a leather net.
Oh.
And on the ends are little metal balls. Presumably, it almost works like a bola essentially.
Yeah,
But
I
just
know what
much
you
more
mean.
large, spread for a human essentially,
Oh.
of size. And it slaps onto your shield.
Oh, well, thanks for that. That's a little unfortunate for you. It's cool. So I got a little net on my shield. That's nice.
Continue moving away.
Okay, can you repeat that last little bit? My mic cut out.
Sorry. Yeah. He's gonna continue moving away.
Did the
Okay.
guy make any noise?
Charles gonna
when I
continue
hit him?
wiggling and probably complaining about the very one-star Uber ride away from you.
Wait, my sister.
I don't like where this is going. This is a
And
little
now,
bit
Charles, it is your
unfortunate.
turn. Also, if you do want to say anything, Charles, you have free reign to do so. I'm just letting you know.
Hey!
Okay.
The bitch cats did the net on me! What's your stat? Keep fighting, lad! You're getting out of there!
I have a hard time believing that in this predicament. I bet.
All right, go ahead and roll me that d20 again, Calvin. Go ahead and roll that strength check. But he's weakened. He got hit right in the forearm, right in the wrist. That's his.
Oh.
That's his
Stab me,
grabbing
bastard.
wrist.
God! Dude, is that the second nat one you've rolled for this kind of thing?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
So
Yes, it is.
Dude!
Alright.
Man, you're just out of it.
Okay,
You're not used
so,
to being held like Wilmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd. That's his name.
yeah, that fails. Is that your turn, Charles? Is there anything else you want to do? You can't like do much while grappled, but I'm sure there is something. If there's anything you have like on you, if there's anything you want, you can try and like think of to muster up, other than just trying to break out again. I'm trying to keep you engaged in some way.
I don't know. Maybe I'll play a game of chess on his back or something.
I'll whistle it. I'll whistle a tune for him. Maybe he'll let me go. What's a tune thieves like?
The Sex
I'm
Offender
gonna-
Shuffle.
I forget the sex offender shuffle in this house. Resh, it is your turn.
Okay, time to add that to the list.
Or is your next?
I want to. Okay. I'm not fussed about this net, and I'm like, hey, this net is nice. I'm
It's
gonna.
currently sort of wrapped around your shield,
Hey.
but it's not on you. It's totally safe. There's no real disadvantage to it.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna put my wallet on my hip, and I'm gonna just freaking grab the net.
All right, yeah, you can go ahead and just sort of just like try and like pry it off.
Yeah. Would that be an action to grab it?
Required. I'll give you and use an object interaction for that.
Okay, use an object interaction. Can I use my action to try and cast the net on the dude who has Charles? Like a
Are
net
you
attack.
proficient?
I'm not
It's a simple
proficient.
ranged weapon, right?
It's a simple weapon. I'm proficient in simple weapons. Wait, I think it's a
Okay.
martial weapon. I'll have to double check. It sounds
Okay,
like a
I
martial
can
weapon.
check. I don't think a net is a martial weapon. Now this kind of net, maybe. Actually, this kind of net probably. But I'm gonna go check.
Net's a
see if it's a simple
martial.
weapon
It's a
normally.
martial ranged weapon, special and
Okay.
thrown, where I
Yeah,
want to get
yeah.
my proficiency bonus to use it, and it also uses Dex. So I've been going like
Uh-huh.
basically straight D20 almost.
Just a straight D20 roll with.
Oh yeah, straight
mean,
D20 with
If
disadvantage.
you're trying to net like Charles and him at the same time, I guess I won't have to give you disadvantage since you're just like throwing it at him, like you throw a blanket on the bed after it's just come out of the wash, not the wash, the dry. Irrelevant to all of this, you're getting attacked as you move away. A short sword sort of strikes out and just stabs you, but you don't really know what it is. You just feel a poke in your ass.
Ah,
Or
shit.
do you? That's a question. Do you feel a poke in your ass?
That's a little bit of an issue.
Yes. Yes, you
Alright.
do. An 18 does hit. Just barely.
Just barely.
For 3 slashing damage.
3 slashing. Okay, got you.
Yep.
3 slashing damage slices maybe like the back of my thigh or something. So I'm like moving forward. Not slid in! And I'm gonna try and cast the net.
Yeah, and
do-
as
is this a
as this
regular?
happens, you'll hear as this happens, you'll hear her sort of shout behind you. Says, "Just give up! It's so much easier that way."
You don't
I
know
wanna fight.
anything about the people of Gillis, do ya? You're telling us to give up. If we would have given
Yeah.
up, we would be raising cows in the middle of nowhere. And I'm going to cast the net.
Normal ranged attack.
All right.
It's a straight D20 roll. Plus dexterity, which actually not plus dexterity because you're proficient, so it's just a D20.
It's just a D20. I'm using inspiration. I'm
Yeah.
gonna try and get advantage on this. I need to slow
You're
him
gonna get
down.
advantage. You gotta get him.
19! Please!
19.
Please!
You throw the net, and it seems to latch those metal balls around the edge, almost like larger ball bearings, sort of like encoiling around, covering most of the body. It's a pretty big fucking net.
Let's
As you
go!
toss it at him.
It is
covers Horace as well as the unseen attacker,
Charles.
and you can see, Charles. I'll get it one day. Charles, as well as the unseen attacker, you can see a very large man framed by this net, massive, broad shoulders, very smooth head, as the net is wrapped around him.
He is currently he is restrained until he is freed. He can do a strength check to try and free himself, or you can try and slash it. But basically, right now he's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I'm just gonna yell once he's there. It's like, Horus, blast him, and I'm gonna duck.
All right, Horace, you can go ahead.
I move 30 feet closer, and then I blast.
Since
So
he's
You're moving all the way closer.
What?
You're moving all the way closer.
30 feet closer.
Yeah. So you'd move right up to. You can get right here because when you try to get here, there is an enemy in this space. You can't go in that space.
He's restrained, so
Blast right at him.
he's restrained, so attacks have advantage. But since he's invisible, would that like cancel out?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
say it'd just be a roll because you can't see a full form, but the net sort of outline. He gives it like a silhouette almost.
Ready for this
So
crit?
yeah, you can go ahead and roll.
Fuck.
Not a crit, nor is it a hit. That is a miss. As the blast fires wide and into a building.
I got a
that hit
bit too
building back here
confident.
somewhere.
I got a bit too confident, and I slung my fingers, and then I'm like, fuck, to like try to throw it.
And
kinda, like, look cool.
as
I failed.
we reach this round, I believe it is round 8 now.
Sounds about right. I
The
would count as
invisibility wears off, and you see these two figures wearing these cloaked black uniforms. It's
I
very
just
hard to
realized
see.
my Eldritch Blast zoomed past the lady in front of
However,
me.
the man right here is. It seems like his uniform was sort of just discarded at some point because he is just shirtless. He's big. He's muscled. He's got a smooth head and a
bruised and cut.
and he's got a little mustache, and he looks very, very hurt as he is revealed.
Remember when I told you to stay down, lad? You're not going anywhere.
It snarls at you. Essentially, just makes an unhappy face.
We can talk about this. Listen, we don't have to fight.
We started fighting when that fucker fucking. This is it. I'm fucking done with you. Get out
No,
of my
I'm
fucking
saying-
face. And then she's gonna stab you. That hits. That was gonna deal 3 damage.
How low am I now?
1 HP
I
falls
believe-
jam.
I'm unconscious.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Wait. Yeah. As she's going to stab me, I'm like, wait, I'm sorry. Ah, God, calm down.
And then she just hits you with like she hits you with the pommel of the weapon, right in the head, and then you fall to the ground. And she moves up behind you, Bresh.
Wait, I want to check something real quick. I wonder if I can use that as just a reaction. Oh, fuck. Why isn't this working? Never mind.
You
it's not
good?
working.
Horace?
Yeah, I just want to see if I can turn invisible as an action. I mean, as a like as a reaction
No.
instead.
Charles, it is your turn. You are still in the man's grasp. But no, wait, you're not in the man's grasp anymore. You're just
In a net.
in the net now. Because he's not really grabbing you anymore as much as he's focusing against the net, but you're also stuck, so you're basically in the same situation.
You can try and get out with a strength check, or you can try and just destroy the net.
Or you can try stabbing the guy.
I could try and hit him.
I don't think you can attack while you're restrained.
You can bite.
Well, hold
Oh, I
on.
restrained.
Restrained? No, when you're restrained, you can still make attacks. They just have disadvantage.
You could bite him. Or headbutt him.
Who do you think I am?
I don't know. Person
Some
who's
kind of fucking disgusting feral monster.
yeah, he's a
You
demon, right?
would not
Just kidding.
be able to draw your mace in your current circumstance. Your hands are bound very
Oh,
tightly as
dang
he's
it.
taking up a lot of the net.
Badass.
Okay.
Really, your
I'm
only
just
two
gonna
options right now
try
are
and get
to
up.
you can try and punch him or you can try and break out.
I'm gonna punch him. What will I roll?
That is a strength check essentially, and you would roll. I
What
think
for
it's
damage?
1d3
Awesome.
plus strength. I mean that doesn't hit anyways. So is that your turn, Charles?
Yeah, I think that'll be my turn.
All right, cool. Fresh, it is your turn.
Does the lady still have her ring on her finger?
Yeah, I guess they probably would, but she's like currently holding a sword.
How close is the man from me?
I'd say like 10 feet, probably.
Shite.
Also, Charles, worth noting, you have your second wind again because that was a short rest that you guys did. Just gonna point that out.
Thank you for pointing that again.
I mean, I don't know if it'll be useful right now because you're currently trapped.
Yeah,
but you haven't
I
taken
get
any damage.
it.
but-
I know. I was just thanking you for telling me that.
You want me to kill him? I mean, I'll kill him, and then you can go home to your boss, and yeah, you would have gotten the man, but you would have lost the man. You would have gotten the blue guy, but you would have lost this big man, and I think that's a little bit bad for business. Could pay you a little bit and let you go on your own.
It'll be
I
a lot
really
easier
don't want to
handle
kill
you.
him. I really don't want to kill him. Oh, you're gonna make me kill him, eh?
If your friend back there was anything to tell me, you three are not going to be much of a challenge.
Hey,
Just
we'll
put
see.
the weapon down, and I'll take you with us. How does that sound?
Well, as you see, that sounds great, but my friend over there needs some medical attention. If I could just get over there without you molesting me, maybe we can go with you. Because I think having this fight drag on a little more means that we're both going to lose a couple people. So how about I
Drop
get...
the weapon. And the holy thing. I've seen you use it. Drop it.
It's on my hip. I mean, it's kind of... Alright.
Drop it.
I'm going to drop the wallop. And I'm going to unclip my little pewter pot. You happy
Alright.
now, lass?
Yeah. Go deal with the dark elf fucker.
Alright.
And she's gonna aim the sword at you as you move around her. Very cautious of you.
I'm
But
moving.
you can move through her space, as
I'm
she is
moving.
currently not hostile.
I'm moving. Okay.
Can I be mumbling in my sleep?
I am
Yeah,
going
sure,
to.
I guess. Well, no, you were like knocked out. Probably not. You're currently dying.
I'm basically just gonna, instead of like stowing my shield on my back, which would take like an action, I'm just gonna fucking drop it and give medical attention to try and stabilize Horus. So that'll be medicine 5, not enough.
Yeah, that is not enough to stabilize him. I don't think there's any negative if you fail, right?
No, it just thought I don't stabilize him.
Yeah. So that's fine. That'll be your action and your stuff.
Yeah. We managed to
Um,
get ourselves to an interesting bargaining position, no?
Horus, it is your turn. Go ahead and roll me a death save. You already did. That's a fail. Mark that as a fail on your sheet. Make sure you reset any death saves because you did short rest. And it is the attackers. We're still in initiative because she's currently not hostile, but the big guy kind of is because he's in a net and he's very mad. So he's going to attempt to rip it open with his big, massive muscles.
Grrr. The strength save, the strength save, it's a DC 10 to get out of there.
Yeah, no, he absolutely succeeds.
So yeah.
He rips open the net,
Oh, he's trying
and
to
like sort of
destroy
throws
it.
it off of him. Well,
Oh, shit.
yeah, I mean that's how he's getting out.
Oh, okay. If it's an attack, it's a little bit different, but like, yeah. It's
It's
fucking
flavor. It's whatever, man.
yeah.
He opens the net up. He's
It
out.
sounds fucking good.
Charles, you have a way out now, and I'd say combat is kind of over because he could read the room a little bit and say, "Wait a minute, we're not fighting anymore."
Yeah, wait a minute. The fucking ox of a man is no longer beating the fuck out of me. I think I'm good. All right. I'm gonna continue to try and stabilize. Horus. That's an 11.
That succeeds, doesn't it? It's
Yeah,
10. Is it
That's a
DC?
success.
All right, cool. So now you are no longer dying. You are just unconscious, which is a good thing.
Yay.
And Charles, you are let out, but the big man is still sort of blocking the path here, and then the woman is sort of circled around to stand next to you two, and then she says, "All right. This isn't exactly how we were planning on it going, but
Well, this wasn't how we were
Um,
planning on our day going either. We were just trying to help out some undead creatures coming out of some mausoleum, and then you guys show up.
oh, you're the ones that dealt with it.
Are
I'm
you?
planning on someone doing it eventually.
Are you?
Gagarin, get the weapons off of him." And then you hear the big man begin to approach you, Charles.
Oh, I thought she was talking about me. She would have taken a lot of knives.
Oh.
So, what do you
Give me your
mean by
weapons,
we
little
took?
blue man. Hand him over.
I give him all my weapons except the mace.
All right, all right, all right. And he stores him in a little backpack and he says, "All right." And then he rubs his chin a bit and he says, "Wait a minute. Still got that mace there. I'm gonna be needing that too. Come on,
I
buddy.
don't
Don't
want
make this
to.
hard."
Listen. I don't know what it is with him and his mace. You can just tie it to his back and he'll be fine, so he can't use it. Just that mace needs to be on him. It's a weird psychosexual thing. Just trust me. I'm doing a deception
Gagarin,
check.
Gagarin, tie him up. Are you consenting to being tied up?
Yeah, look, I'd rather that than the mace be taken away.
All right. He ties your hands behind your back, and then he ties your legs together. And then he's gonna try to take the mace now that you're tied up.
Oh,
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
like.
resist.
I mean, you're tied up now. He's just sort of done this the whole time. But you can start like yelling at him and stuff if you want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start cursing at him, telling
All right,
him
go
I
ahead, go
fucked
ahead.
his mom last night.
Let me have it. Let me have it. Go on.
No,
Come on then. Go on then, bro. Come on.
What a
telling
dick.
him I did stuff with his mom last night.
Yeah, go on. I want to hear Charles insult this man in canon. Come on.
Is it like what if there's just a bunch of like abyssal threats that are just the most depraved, like dark Eldar Slanesh shit you've ever heard?
Just make some weird monster noises, and I'll take that.
Weird monster noises.
Yeah. Just come up with something on the spot. Come
Could
on.
I?
If it's
wait,
funny,
could
I'll reward you.
Can I play something in rhythm to represent it?
You can listen to it yourself and then try to copy it.
Okay.
There's a Friday Night Funkin' voice.
Shut up, dude. Friday fucking.
No, that's not what I need. That's not what I need. That's not what I need. That's not what I need.
Most no burping challenge.
No. I was
What
trying
did you
to.
put in.
I was trying to find. There's a video of
My
a.
City Monsters. It's not weird monster
There's a
noises.
video of a large man who drinks Sprite and he does this just monstrous burp, and I
Whatever.
wanted to play it.
Whatever. It's not even funny.
Uh,
Whatever. Calvin can't even make a funny joke. Come on, Calvin. Come on.
I don't know
Give me something.
Uh,
Just make a weird monster noise.
make a
Make a
noise.
noise that you think a demon would make. A disgusting, goopy, nasty demon. Make one of those noises.
oh wait. I tried to make a noise and it didn't pick up on my mic. There
There
we go. I guess. I don't know.
I didn't hear anything.
We didn't hear you.
Oh, it still didn't pick it up despite me lighting out.
I'm waiting. Pulse champ.
Wait, I heard a second. What was that noise?
I think
that was
the
Calvin.
noise.
I heard a fraction of it. What was that?
I heard a split second of it. You know what? Whatever. I'll take it. And then she yells out to him. She says, Gagarin, just leave the mace. Fucking hell.
Sure. I'm gonna start trying to hop up, get on my 2 feet while they're tied
Listen,
up.
I told you it's a psychosexual thing. It's a whole ordeal. Just like
But I don't want to leave weapons on him. It's not a good idea.
not on him again.
And
You
he's
can.
not talking to you. He's not talking to you. He's talking to the woman. And then she says, well, I mean, I guess you can still talk. Whatever. And then she's going to shout back. She says, it's fine. He's tied up. Just leave it. Grab the other weapons. All right. And then he sort of shoves you like a Skyrim guard towards the other pile. And then he goes and picks up the wallop and the cauldron. While the other woman is, she's going to walk up to him, and then she's gonna look down at you, and she's like sort of judging you for a second. She says, "May I?"
Wait. She's looking at me.
She's looking at
course.
Brett, actually.
Oh, what?
Okay.
So she's looking at you. She says, "May I?"
I'll go civilly. I'm kind of the chief medical officer, so having my hands free to make sure they don't get
No,
hurt.
not that. I'm talking about the dead fucker. I stabbed him, and now that I know you're coming peacefully, I feel kind of bad. Can I mess with him? Can I do something?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You know, kind of on the wrong foot. Didn't
All right,
assume you had
no,
good
I don't-
intentions at first.
Shut up. Gagarin, tie him. And then he walks up behind you, and then has a rope. And then she's going to cast
Can they at least?
Cure Wounds at level 1 on you,
Oh hell yeah,
Horace.
let's go.
And you're going to restore 8 HP. The maximum amount. That's pretty awesome.
I'm gonna dart back up.
You're ready to
I'm gonna
fight.
try to hop
And
up on my feet.
She
Then fall.
very specifically is going to be, she's going to put a knee on your spine, and then she's going to like touch your shoulders, and then the healing energy will sort of pulse out across you as you try to hop up, and you're like, oh, ow, ow, ow. As she's sort of sitting on top of you, essentially, and you'll heal 8 HP.
Ah, where am I?
All right, I am going to
Stay still. Don't move.
Oh,
She's
God.
gonna begin to tie you up. She is sort of on top of you, so whether you resist or not doesn't really matter. You're still stuck there.
No.
Can I grab one of my
This is
daggers
your-
that's up on my chest with my mouth?
I
Just with
Sure.
just have a knife in my mouth,
Don't have
trying to
Horus resist.
poke 'em.
This is opportunity to get a hot GM.
shut up.
Shut
I'll
up.
shoot you.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna shoot you in
actually-
real life. I'm coming over.
Like I bit my tongue when you're talking to the Aaron Hughes because tall masculine woman are my thing, and you don't get to make that joke, all right?
thinking about
All
it.
right, so yeah, you are now tied up, and then she sort of sits you up, and you're tied up as well. All of your weapons are now on them, and I say,
Wait, before I get tied up, can I just like tap Charles on the shoulder and just say, hey, it's gonna be all right, lad. And I would like to try and whisper under my breath and cast guidance on him, which only has verbal and somatic components.
you can cast guidance on multiple people. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be just him. You
What the-
target, I think, up to 4. You target up to 4 people, don't you?
Guidance? No, it's you touch one willing creature. It's a cantrip.
Oh, I'm
one
thinking
willing
bless. Sorry.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
thinking
bless
I'm talking
is
about
like
guidance.
it's
Yeah,
an actual
alright, cool.
thing. It's up
So
to
yeah,
3
yeah.
creatures
You
each swing. It's
you are now
insane.
guided, which gives him what?
D4 and an ability check for the next like 10 minutes.
Yeah, so it's like micro bless for one person.
Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, it's 1 minute. Micro bless. It's only for ability checks, not on saving throws or
Ah.
whatever. So
So
give
you
it a
are
little bit of
all
a tap.
accosted and
Can I
taken.
say when she takes all my daggers?
yeah.
Hey, take care of this. This is mine. Need this.
She like makes a disgusted look at you, and she's just like, no promises. And then she just like throws them all in the weapon bag.
Also, catch me now. I use the hidden step and try running, but then fall on my face.
She did tie your legs. So you say, catch me now, and then you use hidden step. And you just like slam right on your head. You take inspiration for that, dude. It's hilarious.
Right.
So you go hidden step, fall immediately, and go on invisible. Like you hear like a whisper from Mom Duck Shine behind you. You're fucking invisible. It's a sick moment. You just fall fucking flat on your face.
Can we end the session on that note? That's a great thing. Like,
And with that,
we're all
we will
turtle
end the
captured.
session with you being corralled and led through the tight, crowded streets of Starkport.
Oh man, I would love to be in a tight, crowded street with this large man.
You are.
He's a
And you're
mean man, though. I
also-
don't like him. He's not very tender.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Maybe
Oh,
he
that's
is.
true. Maybe. You know
To be
what?
fair, we
You know
did
what? That's
stab him,
true.
and he was blasted by Eldritch Blast twice.
And I
stabbed.
did probably break his knee. So honestly, I feel like maybe I misjudged him. You know what? That's a fair point. All right.
Maybe he's
mean,
a little bit less.
I don't think
fine-minded
anybody
than
would be in good mood when they've been hit by that.
Yeah, I
all
don't
that.
think I would be either. All right, that was a good time though.
That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been the quest for the Kingslayer. Is the name of his campaign on the channel Social Enrolling. We will see you next time. I assume.
Subscribe,
God.
subscribe, 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 subscribe.
Like.
Oh god, the
like,
shelling.
like, subscribe,
Oh,
like,
no.
subscribe,
Do it
sub,
now.
sub.